Welcome to Sports News. The Falconets have arrived in Edmonton ahead of their last group match against England at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. In Edmonton, the Falconets continued with their daily routine, training twice a day at the Jasper Place Bowl. The team's head coach, Peter Dedevos, said the girls need to keep training to maintain their physical abilities. Falconets won their second match against Korea 2-1 and drew 1-0 against Mexico, giving them 4 points. The team needs at least a draw against England to top Group C and qualify for the knockout stage. For their male counterparts, the Flying Eagles resumed training in Kaduna ahead of a final 2015 African Youth Championship qualifier against Lesotho this weekend. The squad of 25 players, led by coach Manu Garba, trained at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna, where the qualifier against Lesotho will be played. The return leg match will be played a fortnight later in Maseru, with the overall winners advancing to the 2015 AYC in Senegal in March. In the meantime, midfielder Abdoulaye Alpha is expected to join the squad after undergoing trials in Norway. He is the only player on the 25-man list named at the weekend who is yet to be in Kaduna. And across West Africa, Togo won next month's Africa Cup of Nations game in Guinea to be moved because of fears about the Ebola virus. The match is scheduled for the weekend of September the 5th or the 6th and is in the first group round of qualifiers. The Togo Football Federation said it would follow advice from its government, which would likely prevent the party from traveling to Guinea. Nations Cup qualifiers involving Sierra Leone are already under scrutiny after the country said it would not host any football matches until further notice because of Ebola. Well, the fear of the disease is the beginning of wisdom. And now, in the English Premier League, the champions Manchester City have finally completed the signing of France international defender Eliakim Mangala in a deal worth £43 million. Oh, that's a whopping 11.7 billion naira. City has been in talks for Mangala as far back as January, but have finally reached an agreement to make the Frenchman their sixth signing of the summer, including his former Porto teammate Fernando. The 23-year-old began his professional career with Belgian club Standard Liège before joining Porto in 2011. And that's it on Sports News. Amarachi will be back shortly with the rest of the news at 10.
Well, on the foreign scene, Iraq's president has asked the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Haider al-Abadi, to form a new government. Here's Cynthia Ara with more.
In fact, the case of Mr. Abadi has been nominated Prime Minister by Shia parties instead of the incumbent Nouri Maliki. But Mr. Maliki has made it clear he wants to stand for a third term, and pro-Maliki security forces took key sites in Baghdad overnight. Meanwhile, the jihadist insurgency in the north of Iraq continues to cause international concern. Then direct talks between Israeli and Palestinian negotiators aimed at finding a long-term solution to the conflict in Gaza has begun in Cairo. According to Egyptian state media, the fresh discussions come amid a new 3-day ceasefire agreed between Israel and the Islamist group Hamas. Also today, the appointment of the first Muslim Prime Minister in Central African Republic has been rejected by the mainly Muslim rebel group Seleka. Mohammed Kamoun was appointed in the wake of a deal signed last month between rival militias aimed at ending more than a year of religious conflict. Finally, the executive director of Human Rights Watch and another senior staff member have been denied entry to Egypt. Kenneth Roth and Sarah Woodson were in Cairo to launch a report by the group on mass killings last year. Hundreds of people were killed on the 14th of August 2013 after security forces broke up protests against the ousting of President Mohamed Morsi. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
And on entertainment news tonight, a female comedian, Lola One, believes there is a place for raunchy jokes in stand-up comedy. Here's Oguchukwuwasi with details and more on entertainment news.
On entertainment news tonight, female comedian and radio presenter Omotunde Adebowale, popularly called Lolo, has been sharing her views on vulgar jokes and stand-up comedy. The comedian, who is set to host her own stand-up event, told Entertainment News on Channels Television that if the audience is of age, raunchy jokes are permitted and can add spice to an event.
Why do people shy away from talking about words, things that are just normal? It's just the context you talk about it. If you're going to talk about two people copulating and you talk about it in the context of marriage, is that vulgar?
Celebrities including newlywed Dr. Seed, Nato C, Tiwa Savage, Sasha P, amongst others, stand up for the House of Copies mixtape launch in Lagos by DJ Copy. Now, the event, which was also attended by Copy's billionaire father, Femi Otedola, and his friend Aliko Dangote, features the 21-year-old disc Jerky, showing her work on the wheels of steel. Now, for a little bit of Nollywood. Yoruba actress and movie producer Mercy Aigbe is on set for a new movie titled Life After Marriage. The film is being shot by popular director Lancelot Oduamaswe and stars Olu Jacobs, Faithia Balogun Williams, Said Balogun, Sheun Akindele, and several other acts. Now to the box office. The return of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle earned $65 million on ticket sales at the US and Canadian movie theater over the weekend, easily winning a box office battle with Marvel's outer space hit, Guardians of the Galaxy. The new tornado-chasing thriller Into the Storm landed in the number 3 slot with $18 million. But that's all on Entertainment News tonight. The news at 10 continues shortly.
And the main news again. A 10th case of Ebola disease in Lagos has been confirmed by the federal government. The latest to be certified positive is also another nurse who treated the Liberian victim, Patrick Sawyer. A faction of the Northern Elders Forum has listed rescuing the abducted Chibok schoolgirls in Borno State and ending the Boko Haram insurgency before October as conditions for President Goodluck Jonathan seeking re-election in 2015. And wives of hundreds of Nigerian soldiers in Maiduguri have protested the deployment of their husbands for military duties in Gwoza, Borno State. But the military says this is unacceptable. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Focus in Africa is up next.